and welcome back. Hope you guys have had a good week. Travelling safe and well. There's hope out there. I mean, there's always hope, but your numbers are coming down if you're listening from Victoria. So, well done to us. This week is completely different to last week. Last week was super grounding, super earthing, super stable, feeling into that stable base, feeling into those roots, that place where we feel secure, ready to propel forward. This is the propel forward bit. So we're talking Savitistana, which is the sacral chakra, which is that place, and you might roll your eyes when I say chakra, just feeling into these human emotions, feels and conditions of this week is that place of fun, that place of passion, that place of creativity, that expression of the self, that tonic for your soul. And when we're young, we're taught to be unique and be different, to colour, cut, paste, to express ourselves. And as we get into our teen years and our adult years, and possibly our senior years, we tend to want to fit in, to want to conform, to be socially accepted, whatever that means. And we tend to lose that passion maybe, and that creativity, and that sense of our own creative expression that's unique to all of us. So this is about igniting that flame again. It could be in the arts. It could be to study something new online, to possibly, this thing called yoga that you may be falling in love with week by week, day by day, moment by moment. Maybe to learn, to become a teacher. You don't have to teach. I never really learned this to teach, just to learn more about everything to do with this way of life. Or it could be to do with textiles, raw materials, going back to your craft, whatever that is now the time. Have you got more time on your hands? So, thinking about your personal journey, thinking about what ignites you, what makes you feel passionate or creative, or that sense of freedom. There is freedom in this. I'm not saying it to be unbridled, unharnessed, wild, to disrespect your body, to disrespect yourself or others. But just to find that expressive version of yourself. Again, if you've lost it, if you've come into that robotic routine, whatever it means for you. So making it personal today. The colour is orange. It's the colour, it's vital with this chakra. The element is water, so it's fluid and liquid and flowing. And it's also meaning a new beginning, transformation, adaptability. So thinking about that in your life as well. Maybe we should start, hey? Finding an easy, comfortable position. Have you got a block, a bolster, or a couple of cushions just to keep that spine nice and tall? And we're simply going to come into, you're probably used to doing Nadi Shodhana, which is the alternate nasal breathing. And we're going to come into Ida Nadi, which is the left nostril breathing, which is the emotive, the creative, the feminine side of our body, which relates to this chakra. So generally, if this is your dominant hand, bringing the right thumb to the right nostril, closing into that, and bringing your pointer finger, index finger to the ajna, the forehead. And then we're just simply going to in through left, out through left. And we're not going to alternate, which is what you've probably normally done in class. So settle in. Start closing the eyes. Maybe anchoring the thoughts with the breath and allowing yourself a little presence just for the next hour and 10. Closing to the right. We're going to inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Smooth, long, conscious ebb and flow through the left. Feeling into the body sensations. What's touching your mat, the surface of the floor. Can you smell something in the air? Can you taste something in your mouth? Heightening the senses a little before we drop down further. Maybe feeling into the rise of the shoulders, the fall of the shoulders on the in and the out breath. The belly expansion, the belly falling, the ribs opening, the ribs folding back in, the chest rising, the chest falling. You are here. You have landed, arrived to that sanctity and sanctuary of the self. Either continuing with that left nostril breathing or releasing. Still closing the eyes and finding that smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Dropping out of the day and into the moment. As I talk a little bit more about this sacral chakra, let anything soak in that you wish, let anything wash off that you want to let go of. They say this chakra is the seat of your emotions. Some say it's the heart, whatever you run from there. It's interpreted to the dwelling place of the self. Resonates in the sacrum, obviously, sacral chakra, round into the hips, and then in between the pubis bone and the navel. It's a lot of hip openers today, unlocking, unharnessing. Not with wild abandon, still with containment. It does cover that water element inside of you. It's fluid, it's fun, it's freedom, it's creativity, it's flexibility. It relates to our reproductive organs, our bladder, our kidneys, our adrenals and our lower back. Emotionally allows us to feel and express ourselves freely, creatively and intimately. Allowing yourself to play and experience pleasure in a healthy way. Respecting our body and taking care of its needs. Mentally, it allows us to be flexible in changing environments, super important. Not excessively holding on to what was. Exploring our boundaries in creative ways without feelings of guilt. The ability to be fluid and playful and having a sense of self-worth. The energy of this chakra is feminine and passive. So, a little inspiration today on the mat. Sensing into that creative source. Is it possibly time to let go of the excuses? I'm too busy, I'm too young, I'm too old. Or that's just not what's expected of me. Something that you want that you've never tried. Freeing yourself, giving yourself permission to truly express you. That's our intention today. It's flowing. Pause when you need to pause. Return to a mantra. Could be anything from I reawaken my passion. I take time to weave that creativity in my life. I ignite that fuel, that tonic from my soul. So tapping in. Loving and embracing all those different dimensions of the self that we may have lost. Igniting, valuing, respecting, changing, moving, open, respecting, receptive, without fear, without judgment, without others' expectations. This is you. Gently removing any bolster or any prop from underneath you. Finding that cross-legged easy Sukhasana, half lotus, whatever you choose. Remember, we're pretty flowy here, lots of freedom, lots of liquid, thinking of that fluid source in your body. Right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. And then finding these pelvic circles here. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to retreat. And then just moving into the hips. And then maybe coming back the other way. Sense of freedom. Your creativity. Your yoga dance today. And then finding neutrality, containing it once again. Inhale, exhale. Land into right hand. Lift up left, but we're not staying here. We're going to gaze down to the mat. Reach left hand forward, right hand to follow. Plant in left, lift up right, twist. And then moving with your freedom here. Plant in right, lift up left. Find that opening there. Just one more each side. Sweep, plant, lift, open. Coming to the other side. Plant into right, lift up left. And then come into your stillness. Open, left side body. Closing right, yin yang. Stretch, strength, breath. Feel. Paint the sky, plant in left, lift up right. Opening up the right side body. Shining the heart towards the sky. And breathe. The colour is orange. Moving up and down. midline. That's the shimmer, that spine. Igniting. Inhale up. Exhale, keeping it fluid, dropping it down, coming into a seated forward fold, coming up onto the tippy toes, but moving with tippy toes, tippy fingers, bringing the hand back, planting into the hands, retract the shoulders, open the heart. You may want to come further, come onto the knees, arc and lift. Choosing you, what's right for your body. Inhale up, bring the hands forward, maybe a little longer, finding a little bit more softer edges as you move and transition and lift. Breathe. Exhale down. Maybe we'll just do one more. A little bit further, opening up that end of range of motion. Last one. Shine and warm. Inhale down. Bring the knees in, toes touching. Find that sweet spot on the sacrum. Bring the hands forward. And then finding your Ardha Navasana. So knees are lifted, chest is lifted. You might want to support here. Up to you guys. Choose your version that's right for your body. Take a couple of breaths there. There's strength in change. There's strength in transformation. There's strength in creativity. And then dropping into the heels, gently bringing the hands underneath the feet and guiding it forward into a super soft Paschimottanasana at the beginning of the practice. Belly onto thighs, knees still raised from the ground, bent knees. Inhale, exhale here. And then feel into the body, that touch. Bring the hands behind, point the toes, lift up the heart, or come into full Pavottanasana. Tuck the chin, or let it go if you have no neck issues. Strength, active through the feet, lifting up the pelvis, pressing through the hands. Gently guide that buttocks down. Bring knees in. Open up the hips, sole to sole, foot to foot. And then we're just going to do a wave, but we're going to curl it all in. Chin to chest, navel to spine. And then open it up into your Baddha Konasana. Extend, lift, lengthen. Couple in your timing. Coming back to neutral spine, lift the knees in, come into the toes, second Ardha Navasana, coming into that place where you feel strong. You might want to come into full version, up to you. Couple of breaths there. Drop into the heels, hands behind the feet, and then gently guiding it through, coming maybe a little longer, supported in Paschimottanasana, finding maybe a little deeper boundary with breath, opening that back line in the leg with kindness. Lift it up, point the toes, Pavottanasana. Shine and warm. Inhale and exhale. Exhale down. Bring these in. Open up. And we're just going to find that little wave. Doesn't matter where you are, honestly. And then maybe peeling open the toes, maybe bringing those elbows to the in line of the medial aspect of this shin here, or just finding a soft version, whatever you do, and then gently reaching, guiding it back in, and rest. A few breaths there. The mantra related to this chakra is VAM, so you're most welcome to come back into VAM or your own mantra. Creativity, passion, our sex, it's all of this and more. Flame, orange. Inhale up, knee to knee, cross over ankle, and then coming into your first tabletop there. Spread the fingers, shoulders over hands, knees under hips, and then we're just going to come into a figure eight. So body weight over left wrist, over right wrist, left hip down to heel, right hip into right heel. Just this infinity figure eight. If you want something stronger, you're most welcome come further down. Up to you, or keep it light. Customize. And then you might want to come the other way. That freedom in movement, you might want to move a little more. Just finding you in it. Yoga is that expression of mind, body, spirit. That yoga dance of moving with synchronicity of breath, body, heart, soul. Come back to neutrality there. Inhale and exhale. Tuck into the toes and gently guide it over the toes into your first soft dog. You might want to bend the knees as much as you wish, tailbone to sky. Own your version. We're not going to stay here. We're going to come onto the toes and we're just going to be fluid with it. So point the toes to the right, heels to the left, and just move into the hips. Releasing. So coming up onto the toes and then toes left, heels right. Moving into the knees, the hips. We'll do one more each side. Think water. Think going with the flow. And then think stillness. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth here. Let it go of what was. Gently raise that right leg. Keep the pelvis level, toe tucked, three-legged. Structure. And then coming out of that structure and then lifting up into split dog. A little bit past the boundaries. Lift it up. Bring the right knee in to the outside of that right hand, coming into your lizard. So finding strength in lizard here. Feet on the 45, and then just moving with that knee, tracking over, opening into the hips, the psoas. It feels so good. Release. Fluid. Chocolatey smooth. And then find stillness. Plant right hand under right shoulder. Bring left hand outside of the mat. Gently guide that right arm up. And then maybe find an opening with a little back bend there. Release the hand down. Stack right hand under right shoulder. left hand under left shoulder. Now finding your place in lizard could be here. You might want to soften in and merge in. You might want to drop the leg and melt. Come onto the elbows, neck long. You might want to keep it active, choosing what's right for you. Visualizing what ignites you. What's your creative you've let go of? Is the time now? To change, to move, to create, to fuel. Bringing the hands back, stacking right hand under right shoulder, left hand under left shoulder, tuck into the toes, come up onto that left heel toe, that right foot back into midline, and gently press through the hands, lift up, split the dog, and then bringing that right foot back to dog. Inhale and exhale here. Gently lift that left leg up, contain it. Then lift it up from the inner line of the leg, split it. Then into a degree where you feel safe, it's your body. Inhale, transition weight to front, bring that left knee in and land it gently on the outside. Sometimes I don't land gently. Land it how you can. Left foot on that 45, and then just, I won't go too far here because I'm a left hammy, just moving back and forward into the hips. Fluid. That creative expression. Moving back and forth. A little bit more opening, a little bit more release. And then finding stillness. Bringing that right hand to the outside of your mat. Lifting the hand up high and then maybe opening the heart space. You might want to even come on to that outer blade of that left foot and breathe. Exhale down. Left hand stacked under left shoulder, right hand stacked under right shoulder. Coming into your version of lizard, whatever that looks like. So drop into the right knee if you wish. You might want to have your hands up here if those hips aren't moving with you today. Finding you in it. That unique you. Fueling that source today. Depending on what you believe, you might have one life here, you might have many lives here. But leaning into that passionate side of you, getting off that robotic daily routine and fueling that creative source. Not talking about it, maybe making little actions towards it. Coming onto that back toe, finding that nice long line, heel toeing that foot back into mid, plant into hands, lift up, split the dog, and then bring that left foot back to your dog. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. What was? Inhale, let. Exhale, go. One more. Lifting up the right leg, bringing it in and bringing it into the middle of the hands here. Dropping into the left knee and then lifting up into your first Anjanyasan. Finding that, maybe shimmering that foot so it stacks under the ankle. Inhale to rise. Exhale to open, world embrace. Inhale, give yourself a hug for all that you are and all your potential. Exhale, roll it back down. Open that back line of the right leg, charge a toe towards the nose. Find the stretch. And then lift, transition weight, inhale to rise. Exhale to fall, open up. Inhale to hug. Exhale to descend. Just one more with your breath. I won't instruct it. You just feel it. This time, transition weight to front. Frame the foot with the hands. Come onto the back toe, finding your low lunge nice and strong. Bringing that hand, either cupcake the fingers or land, whatever you choose. Opening up into this lovely twist. Corkscrew through the belly. Shine the heart towards the sky. Come back to your life force. The in, the out. Gently look down to the mat. Find your drishti. Scissor the legs together and then gently rise up into your revolved crescent lunge. Sweep right hand under, left arm over, finding the long edge of your mat and finding these goddess feet, 45 it out. But we're just going to keep moving with this. Soft knees, fusion of core, but we're going to come into this dancer's circle, just with this free flow. Up and down, inhale, exhale. Just keeping it soft and fluid, maybe coming back the other way. This yoga dance, merging from matter and earth to spirit and everything in between. And then definitely just pivoting to the front, aeroplane the arms. Couple of breaths here. Guide that left leg in and up. Give it a squeeze, standing staff. Hand to Tadasana. Gently guide it back through your warrior three. Drop it in, straighten the front leg, lift it up. Come into the lunge, frame the foot. Come back into your downward dog. Inhale and exhale. This lovely, all over, supportive dog. Equal weight, hands to feet. Belly in. Tailbone to sky. Feeling into this pose. It's the first time you've done it. Lift left leg. Guiding it into the front of the mat. And then transferring it into in between the hands. Dropping into the right leg and then sweeping up into your Anjanyasan. Just noticing if that knee stacked over ankle. Inhale to rise. Exhale to open. Inhale to embrace. Exhale to fold. And then just doing this with synchronicity of your breath, your meditation in motion. Lift it up. Exhale, open. Inhale, embrace. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, embrace. Inhale, hug. Exhale down. Maybe a couple of breaths here. Feeling into that orange flame, that burn. When we feel that place of creativity, fun, freedom, we feel into that wellness, that abundance, that joy. And then transferring that weight to the front, framing the foot, coming up onto that right forefoot, pressing into the heel, stacking arm over arm and finding that lovely low lunge twist. Gaze goes down to the mat, scissor legs together and gently rise into your crescent lunge twist. A bit wide here. Left hand under, right arm over. I'll face you. And then gently coming into that goddess feet again, 45, and then bring the arms down, the body descending, coming into traction of the spine. Inhale and exhale here, touching the toes, bellies fused to core. Released, hands to mat. Right side, coming to your Skandasana supported. And then just moving with that. You might want to not touching, you might want to do your own self-expression. Each side, knee issues don't do this. Keep it up, keep it just really soft. And then just finding each side, opening up your dance, your stretch, your feel. And then finally, coming back to the front of your mat. Now you've got left foot forward, so I have to change. A couple of breaths here. And then finding low lunge, high lunge. A couple of breaths there. Transition weight to left, lift it up, bring the right knee in. Squeeze it. Root through left. Tadasana. And then extend back through your warrior three. Guide it down, straight the front leg. Come into your lunge, frame the foot, come back, split the dog. And then I'd like you to just gently, off track, come into these bent legs, side to side, feet to the outside, twisting, if it's comfortable for you. Coming off that straight 180 line into something different. And then finding that right foot stacked on the right hip, left foot stacked on the left hip. Inhale halfway. Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Just closing the eyes here if you have the balance. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And then just soft knees, ragdoll. Just sweep, move, pelvis. Just release there. Little freedom in the form. And then back to stability, Tadasana, containment. What is your creative source? Have you lost it? Can you make time? Can you let go of excuses? This is you. Inhale up. Baby back bend. Exhale, flow through mid. Touch into Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale, lower it down. Coming through your vinyasa. Maybe first one dropping into knees, chest, chin. Guide it through to Bhujangasana. Elbows in nice and tight, elbows bent. Exhale down. Hands closer to ribs or fours, tuck toes, dog. You will get used to that. Every time you practice, it'll become instinctual. And then bring that right leg up. Right leg through to the front of the mat. Scissor, drishti. Lift up. Find your beautiful crescent lunge here. And then drop into the left knee. Lift up. Left knee. Lift up. Left knee. Maybe let it hover there. Strength. Lift up. Hands through Anjali. Open up into your warrior two. Finding that beautiful long line. Knees stacked over that ankle. Nice heel to heel, heel to arch, up to you. Hands open or close, it doesn't matter. As long as we're not lifting out of the shoulders, drop it in. Relax it, let it go. And then maybe coming on point. Moving into this slow feel. And then finding some stillness. Breathe. Strength. Strength in change. Strength in transformation. Strength in being different. Strength in coming off that robotic treadmill. Not to say to get wild or unabandoned, just self-expression of creativity that's good for your soul, it's tonic for your soul. Time is now, hopefully for you. And then open up into your peaceful warrior. Still staying in that nice lunge. We tend to come out, inhale up. Exhale, rotate it through to Utthita Pasvakonasana. Middle of forearm, middle of thigh. Touch it in. And then feel into this open, this meditative flow of breath, of movement. A symphony of everything together. Last one. You might want to go for gold. Go down here. It's up to you. What's in your practice? What's comfortable in your body? Or slight discomfort sometimes we have to take it to. Not pain, never pain. And then roll it back through warrior two. Come to the long line of your mat. Come back to that 45. of the feet into your goddess. Lift it up. Straighten the legs. Extended prayer. And then drop it in. We're going to keep moving with this. Inhale up. Lift up. Little baby back bend. Exhale it down. Maybe a bit lower. Maybe taking a little risk. Not with the body. Just coming to your boundaries, your deeper boundaries. And then sitting it in. Containing it. Maybe pubis bone to navel. Externally rotate those knees back to the back of the mat. And return to breath. Lift it up. Bring that left foot to the front of the mat. You might want to have it at 90 or a little bit of an internal rotation for me, for my comfort in my hips for warrior two. Back to warrior two. Windmill the arms. Come through your vinyasa. Back to plank. Maybe through chaturanga. And then maybe through to up dog. Or knees, chest, chin. Bhujangasana. Your expression of your body. Inhale and exhale. 3. Full cycles of breath. Lift up right leg. Bring it through to the front. Left to meet right. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana. Reverse swan dive. Hands down. The mid. Through the face. The heart. The manipura. Do that Svadhisthana. Back to Tadasana. One inhale, one exhale. Going into that prana, that energy. And then heel toeing the feet together. This is how I like Uttasana. You might still want to have those feet stacked under the hips. Different way of teaching it, whatever's right for your body. Inhale up. Exhale forward this time through the chair. Only just touching in, not staying there. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow it down. Wing the arms. Lift it up. And then find chair. 3 breaths. Weight on the back of the heels. Maybe elongating the spine. Pubis bone to navel. Securing that lower back. Not hanging it all out. Containment. Hands through prayer. Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Coming through your vinyasa. And then meeting back in down dog. Keep you moving, bringing the left leg up. Through to the front, plant it in, and then transitioning low to high. Gently drop into the right leg, lift it up. 3 of those in your timing. Through prayer, and then opening up into your warrior two the other way, finding length, foundation, not just hanging out on that left knee, finding that outer blade of the right, that long line at the back, maybe on point a little, just moving with the freedom in the flow. Coming to agree where you feel safe in that left knee, as light or as deep as your comfort. Sweep it back, peaceful warrior. Sweep it forward, Uttita Pasvakanasana, touching in each side. Just no instruction, just feel. One more maybe. And then staying here in Uttita or finding that lower version. Few breaths. Bit of containment, awareness of the asana, and then coming back to that higher version. Coming back through your warrior two, and then heel toeing the feet to 45. I need to face you. And then we'll just find that open hip, the knee trekking over the feet in 45, lifting it up straight, opening the heart. New beginnings, maybe new chapters, and then sinking in. Finding some stillness here. Maybe sinking in a bit deeper, taking it to your edges. Middle of forearm, middle of thigh, sweep that left arm over to the right. Plant it in, middle of forearm, middle of thigh. Sweep it the other way, different directions. Unique DNA, your unique journey, and then lifting up, hands open, bringing that left foot forward. Actually, you're on the other way, so bringing that right foot forward, back to your dog, back to your, wish I could talk today, back to your Vera 2. And then opening, sweeping, framing the foot, coming through your last vinyasa, however you wish to express this last one. Meeting back in down dog. Breath in, breath out. Coming onto the knees, looking forward, and maybe jumping forward to your malasana, or just organically getting there however you need to get there. Finding a block or a pillow or something to support you if you're feeling super uncomfy. And then just sitting here, opening the hips, letting that pelvis fall to the ground, supported, unsupported, breathing into that orange burn, growing out of the shoulds and should nots. It's now the time, if you have more time, to pursue, to feel, and then release. Going to gently, I don't know if there's a graceful way of just descending. I mean, you can come up and come down, but we'll just Come back to the back buttocks. Feet together, knees high. A little bit of a embrace, curl it in. Slowing it down. And then just rolling it. Still the fusion of the core, zipping up through that mid as you guide it gently to the back. Ah, it feels good. Back to mat, back to ground. Then gently bringing the knees in for a squeeze. Dropping into the left leg, planting into the foot, hip width. Open up that right hip, ankle over that right thigh close to the knees. Left thigh close to the knees. Hands out, maybe open, receptive, a little wave here. Little last opening. Gently guiding that left knee in while we're just still externally rotating that right. We're not letting it collapse. Coming in between that space and then either coming onto the back of the thigh or onto the top of the shin, and feel that isometric contraction between push, pull, open, squeeze, merging dualities. Dropping to the left. Arms to T. Let those legs sway to left. Might want to come onto that inner blade of that right leg. Rest. As you transform from low to high, protect that lower back. Release that right leg. Plant it in, hip width. Lift up left, give it a squeeze. Open up the hip. Guide that left ankle over the right thigh. Release the hands to T. A little wave. Gently bring that right knee to the chest, still keeping that left knee, push pull, arms in between the space, finding your version, your opening, your feel, closing the eyes, letting the energy go where it needs. Becoming unstuck, fluid. Release that right foot to the mat. Hands to T, and then let that legs guide to the right, maybe landing on the inner blade of the left leg, left foot. Letting the hips soften, the knee towards gravity. Noticing the breath. Coming back through mid. You stay where you are. I have to scoot the other side or it's possibly not a nice look for the next one. I don't think it is anyway. Give the knees a squeeze. Nice little hug. Extend left, hug right. Hover that left above the mat. Couple of breaths. Nice squeeze in on the right. Drop into left. Open up the knee flexion. Bring that foot flat to the ceiling. Right arm inside the right knee, outside. Hand outside the right foot. Or we can come outside. It's up to you. And then feel into that push-pull. Pushing that hand to foot, that foot to hand. Squeeze, release. Release. Knees both squeezed. Hold on to left knee. Extend right leg. Activated toes to nose. Hover. Drop into that right foot. Open up flexion. Foot flat. Left arm in, left knee. Outside hand to left foot. Release the arm, shoulder height. Half happy baby. Squeeze in, squeeze out. Duality. Balance between the two. Release. Knees both in for a squeeze. Wrist squeeze. Head to knees. Charge the toes. Squeeze the face. Full tension. And then release everything to the mat. You might need another layer. You might need a ruggy. Try not to disturb your energy. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Coming into everyone's fave. Shavasana. Full surrender. The full let go. The final unlayer of the armour of life that we've built up. I like to call it the soul pose, that final exposure. And on every exhale, melt and fuse. Staying here. In Shavasana. No breath control. Oops. No physical control. Free. Released. Open. Deep rest. Symbolically and literally, the sacral chakra is the birth canal. We have the capacity to give birth to the life we want. Having that personal power of choice to make the move of momentum, of action. And it's in that sensation of being physically alive and creating the life that we all desire. Bubbling back to your surfaces. Opening up the breath, chest, the diaphragm, back to that physical connection of the body. Maybe making movements, small, wherever you feel it. Rolling to left or right. Cradling. Head in the upper arm. Languishing in these final few moments of your creative expression. Your yoga dance. Your you. Maybe taking it out there with you to ignite that orange flame. Whatever it is. And then coming up into a seated position. Eyes closed, hands to Anjali. Feeling into that, making it purposeful, feeling into that sternum. Bowing the head. Thanking yourself for coming to the mat. I thank you for entrusting me today with your flow. Kind to the earth, kind to others, but most of all, be kind to yourself. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks again for joining me. Keep staying well, keep staying safe, keep moving, keep fueling that creative spirit. We can get to Groundhog Day, trying to break out of Groundhog Day. Even small things like, I might look like a crazy person when I'm cooking dinner and I'm putting my music on from Aretha Franklin to, on Eagles, whatever I love, or whatever you love, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s music, as you go about your chores of your home. Put your favourite candle on during the day, ignite the senses. Those little things can, I might sound like a dag, but can help fuel and feel. So until we meet again, keep moving, keep breathing, keep yogaing, keep meditating, and from my heart to yours, from my light to yours. I'll see you again next week. Thanks so much. Take care.